Welcome to the next episode of Wicso. It's episode 7. Last time we saw the green team expand massively. Massive exploration, Poland expanding, new countries. So let's see what happens this time. Hope you're excited, and let's jump right into the first event of this video. First event is going to be further exploration into Africa by the Triangle team, because the Triangle Alliance is they're trying to explore the entirety of Asia. They're trying to explore as much territory as they can. They are all working together right now to explore as much as they can, and it's really going well right now. You can see I'm actually using a giant tool so I can explore as much as I can, because they're doing a lot right now. A lot. So there's obviously a lot more space, with the Indians also exploring a bit of northern Asia and northern India a bit. The northern subcontinent of India, and actually moving into Burma. And also moving into Taiwan, So they know a lot of territory by now. It's crazy how much they have explored. Okay, I'm calling this the age of exploration for a reason. At this point, I'm calling it the age of exploration for a reason. They move down, they do explore all of this, explore the Arabian Peninsula. It's going really good. They actually try to explore into the desert, which is kind of going well. It's really slow. The end, they discover everything right there. Discover the entire peninsula. Oh god, I didn't want to do that. They move down into Africa and explore right there. Going further, discovering the Sahara. Saying, I'm not so sure I can settle right here. It's kind of deserty. So they explore into other areas. Down into Tanzania, exploring around this lake. And this lake until they stop. For now they just stop right here. But Africa's getting explored, Asia's getting explored. It's really going good. Now, people from Nordic Union actually see a great way to expand. So they take their explorers and they search in the north and actually find these islands. It was a risky move because a lot of people died because it's freezing cold up there. They make their move and actually expand into the cold and get up here to Finland, kind of sealing that they are an empire at this point, and also settling these islands just in case. And yeah, finally, Ireland gets explored. I don't know why I waited so long. And Iceland too. And and they actually found Greenland, but after a bit of exploration, they kind of see it's a bit too cold up there. So they go like this, and then they stop. With the exploration going further though, because India now explores all of this area, so all of this is also explored now. They have not been reaching into Siberia that much because it's really cold there. But they are going up but now people from India are going up China, actually sailing to Taiwan. And they find what they call the Koreas. Wow, the Koreas have been explored. They also sail a bit, they've been sailing a lot here because they want to find all of these islands and find Japan. Yeah. Also find this island, but they explore not as much until they land like here and there's like a good crossing, so. Now, and make their way down because they've been sailing in the area, they actually find the Philippines. And now, it's time for new countries. Because with all of this exploration, a lot of people just want to settle what in the areas that they found. First country we're gonna be seeing is Vietnam, a Vietnamese country, which is gonna settle around here, making a bulge right here and exploring further north until about here. So they're happy because they're not their own thing. And their capital is gonna be right here. God, I always do the exact same mistake, don't I? The capital's gonna be right there. Yeah, we're seeing some nations outside of Europe now. It's going really good. Now people settle also. Oh God, wrong layer. So people settle. Still wrong layer. Why did I click? They also settle around Japan, with southern Japan being born. Other people also wanted to settle in Japan. They set up like a central Japanese government. It's going to be right here. Taking all of these areas up to here. And then another Japanese government is going to settle the northern island and few of these islands. And most of this island. Going to do their capitals now. First capital is going to be right here, then right there, and then in the center. So, they have explored a lot. It's really going well. Until, yeah. Cypriots once again start a conflict with the blue team. And this time, it's going to get kind of out of hand. Because there are obviously alliances now. With the triangle lines not being that happy. But most of the square alliance actually forming around blue team and all of them kind of claiming some blue team territory. Team is also not in for a fun time. Because they've just been cut off from their territory right there. And they've started to move to their capital but there is like a big defensive line right now. The Balkan Union also expands, technically invades, through their exclave into Greece, which is undefended because they can only supply through these islands. But all of the troops right now are down here and like in their capital, but they don't want to put troops away from their capital, so what they do is counter offense, which pushes the red team away and actually reconnects them up with Greece, which also counter offense also being made here. But the red team troops, seeing that they've not been advancing right there, they advanced further here. Not reaching the Mediterranean Sea just yet. But now that the green team is obviously on the side of the blue team, the green team makes a northern invasion into the red team. And the red team is not happy. Not at all. But they hold them off for now. But now that the blue team gains some troops again and actually actually gets gets their cards together and gets everything together and mobilize their army. Really, they're going to have a major push into Cyprus, which is not fun for the Cypriots at all. It's not fun at all. They don't like this. They really do not like this right now. But if you see, there's not one in the triangle lines right there. Triangle lines also kinda has Poland in it. So what Poland's gonna do, they're gonna expand, they're gonna invade. Nothing's standing in their way. While this is happening, out of fear that the square team attacks, because it's kind of reasonable to fear the square team for the Italians right now, because if you look at this, they're between the square team, so the French aren't easy to can't supply the red team that well because they have been blocked through the Italians. And if they just can get the North Italy, they can get to the Balkan Union, which in turn is also on the side of the red team. So they could supply the red team. So what they do is, out of fear, join the circle team. Although they don't really like Southern Africa, they would fear more if they would get invaded. And okay, Tunisia is okay with it, so they're in the alliance now. Although they don't really like the Tunisians, they gotta grow closer. They gotta like them a bit more because they now defend them in an imminent invasion right there. With now the Germans being the main target, but the Germans aren't worth invading. That's the thing; they aren't worth invading right now, and that would still be a terrifying offense for a square team because Poland's also there and could support the Germans, and that's not good for them. They would not want that to happen. But immediately the ties of the war absolutely change. It changes rapidly with the blue team invading into Cyprus and actually making good advances. With the blue team actually also capturing and encircling a lot of troops right here, which also all die. Okay, there's some prisoners, but still. The blue team actually also pushes back right here. But I'm not going to continue this war to the end, because the continuation of this war is going to be in the next episode. Bye!